Hello everyone, it's King here. And today we have the world. We're going to visit everything on the map, everything that is not an earth-shifting event or the castle, of course. So follow this Madness Revenant to learn all the skips, jumps, shortcuts and optimizations I could find around the map. First of all, you need to know that if you ever drop on a Sacred Seal hut, you should climb it because most times there's a corpse waiting for you there, and that corpse may drop useful equipment for you. Sometimes that equipment is a smithy, so you start with a blue weapon already. Now let's continue with the famous one, the Grace Cliff. That place where you had to go around and it was annoying, but suddenly you can climb the wall and make it much quicker. But did you know there are 3 ways of climbing this wall? Let me show you. The first one is locating this spot here and just follow the crack to the top. Easy. Now the second one is a bit faster and mostly the same. You just need to start on this rock here and the rest is the same as the first one. But I have found another one that is much faster and leaves you closer to the Spiritspring if you need it. For this one, just locate the twin tree and climb this rock. Make sure to grab on this tiny spot here, this is the difficult part, and after that you just keep climbing to the top. If you want to reach the bird on top and you are not close to the Spiritspring, you can also follow this path and climb the wall. Every time you see tombstones, you know you can climb them, but you are faster if you can avoid them. There is also a boss in this area, and the question is, which way is the quickest to the next boss? You could go down and take the Spiritspring, or you can climb the ruins. Let's compare them and see which one is the quickest. So I'm starting on this particular flower here, and I will stop the timer as soon as I touch the ground. Both paths are similar, so you can choose the one you want in the end. But climbing the ruins ends up being the winner after all. You can also reach this boss area directly by bird if you come from the north. Shoutouts to Seb for showing me how, but the key is just waiting for the bird to cross the bridge, then hold right and finally descend. I like to wiggle as always, but it's optional. You can always go to the other boss by just dropping down and following the river. If you happen to be in this area and you want to reach the path to the castle, you don't need to go around. Just locate this rock and climb the wall. Nearby you also get this wallclimb that is right next to the tombstones, but it's faster than them. But what if you are here and want to reach the church or the special merchant? You will climb the tombstones, but look at this wallclimb. Now you don't need to jump the gap anymore. Down here by the grace, people always get trouble when they want to go up, but you only need to locate these trees and climb the rock. Now you get access to both the Spiritsprints. A bit higher than the boss there's this area with the Octopi, and it's a bit slow to transverse, but I always get on this altar, climb the pole and get on the rock. You just need to keep your speed on the pole in order to do this. Now, have you ever been trapped in this area at the north, especially with the rain closing in? Well, I have found a new wallclimb here that can solve it, but in reality you should go to the Spiritspring that is next to the crab. That is the best one. However, you get a quick fix in case you don't. Let's get to the lake. If you are at the eastern part of the lake, there's this wall here that will be in your way when you want to reach the church, right? Well, this spot here by the bush is climbable. At the other side of the lake you have this wall here that leads to the castle, and you can climb it, just behind the trees. This one doesn't really save much time, but it looks cool. It's another jump on your repertory. The one that saves time is climbing the bridge, where you get 2 pillars, and the right one may have or may not have a chest, while the left one is the one we're going to climb. So climb the pillar and then jump to the left to keep grabbing onto the spots on the wall, and as soon as you reach this one, jump to the right and you are done. And by the mines, between the grace and some tombstones, there's another wall you can climb. You just need to climb this rock and then jump to the right. But wouldn't the tombstones be any faster? We have to check that. Starting from this plant here, I'm going to climb each and then try to reach the grace that is on top, because that is a main point of interest if you are going to climb this wall. Then, as soon as the grace activates, I'm going to stop the timer and we will compare. Which one will be the faster? In reality, you are not going to be at the plant, so start by the one that is closest to you, and also take into account the place you want to go after. But in the end, both are mostly the same. Or just use the terrain to your advantage. Some areas are way more elevated than the structures, so why not use them to get inside? These are of course situational, but they save time if they are available, so keep an eye open and if you find them, use them. Just jump to the structure and you're inside. The same if you find a Spiritspring next to a structure. Why wouldn't you use it to get inside? This one is oddly specific, but if you get a fort at the north, use the Spiritspring to get on the edge and then jump to the boss area. Speaking of forts, did you know about Fort Skip? Of course you do, there's another video about it. But I will summarize it for you, just in case. You need to place your camera in a comfortable position, then climb this rock, jump onto the arc, let it launch you, and grab onto the pillar. Now what if a teammate would open the gate for you? Well, there's something you can do in this situation. You only have to locate the bridge and climb it, which is way easier than climbing the main gate. But that's the big fort. If you find the small one, you can also do this. When you approach from the side, know that you can climb this rock next to the wood and you reach the entrance. Also, if you want to stop banging your head while climbing the tower, you only need to release forward. Just jump, and you climb it. What about the great churches? Do we have any skip there? Well, not exactly, but you need to know how to climb the churches. So every time you enter, you know you have the fallen pillar that you can use to run to the top, or the broken arc, where you just jump on the first part, then on the second one, and you reach the top. But in the end, the best entry point you have for this is on the back, right behind the altar. You can climb this pillar here to get on top, but the scaffolding is the best one by far. Just approach the window and climb it. You will be really close to either the metal chest or the sacred seal box. There are more ways to climb the churches, but not as good as these ones. Let's not forget about the DLC. We have the marshes, or swamps, that are literally covered in holes. Holes that you can use, so let's find them all. I'll be going around so you can see all the holes. But in the end you need to pay attention for any hole you can use on the wall. Just get closer to it and you will be inside. There's a total of 4 holes on the wall. Most will take you to the central loot area, but one of them, that is a bit higher than the rest, will take you directly inside. You are interested in this hole, this is the quickest one. All you need to know is to approach swamps from the right side, and that hole will be there. The other 3 are better when you want to get out. You can enter through the good hole, but you can also escape from inside if you know where to climb. There is always a gate that will take you closer to the boss, and you only need to climb on top of that gate in order to escape. There are different kinds of swamps, but you can escape them all with this method. However, the best one would be to defeat the boss and go through the main area as intended. But what if the rain is on you? You can use this path to escape quicker. This one here is very difficult and it could be in total darkness, so be careful with it. And the final skip you can do here is to return to the boss area. You need the gate to be open first, but you only have to get to the center and climb this tower here. You get around a little bit and you can just jump to the rampart. This one has been useful to me after Balancer's invasion to recover my runes quickly. The other DLC structure is the towns, and there are 2 kinds of towns, open towns and closed towns. We will see. At the rear entrance I have found this wallclimb here that is a bit challenging because you can't see the place you grab onto, but if you climb it, you can just go to the left and visit the boss area. If you are at the main gate instead, just go to the right. You will see a hole on the wall, but we are not interested in that hole. Just climb this tower here and keep climbing onto the wall. You will reach the boss in no time. A bit further from the hole, you have this section here that is fully climbable. Just get onto the rocks and reach the tower. Or you can locate the second hole on the wall that leads directly to the boss area, so it's a good path. And if you finish fighting the boss, you can always go down through the same path and you will be outside in no time. But this hole is easily beaten because right next to it we have another wall climb. First, you can just jump down through here to get outside, and then if you turn around you can see the wall climb. Just follow the corner outline and you will be on top. This one that is close to the rear entrance is the fastest by far, so always try to use it. But you have to know that the quickest is the one that is closest to you at every time, so use the best one in each situation. Also from the boss area, the other quick way to escape is to climb this house here and get onto the wall. Then you jump down and you are outside. If you went through the main gate, you have the two chimney skips. The first one was discovered by Prod during a stream, so I will call this the Prod chimney skip. And to perform it, you just get on top of this house, walk to the chimney, climb it, and jump to the wall. But sadly, this chimney skip is outclassed by just ignoring the chimney entirely and jumping to the wall. For the second one, you will need the chimney every time. And if you climb this house and then jump from the chimney to the wall, you will find the flame for the forge. So one teammate can light the flame while the other two are fighting the boss, and then they can reunite. Now, open towns are not really your place for skips. You usually want to get on the roofs and jump from roof to roof until you reach the boss. But if you come from the main entrance, you can climb the first house you will find, and then climb the tower here to get on top of the wall. The interesting one comes after visiting the merchant. You will see a big house that you can climb, and if you run on its central beam, you can jump to the wall at the end. Leaving the towns, we find the ruins. But can we do anything here? They are just open, waiting for you to transverse. The first thing is knowing that this corner here is usually the boss area, and you can climb it. This is not a skip or anything, just climbable wall. But this jump here that is really cool and helps you a lot if you want to move around, may get you into trouble if you fall down. How are you going to get out now? Well, worry not, because you can climb this side and get out. Knowing about that climb, you can also jump from the other side of the hole and just skip it. If you see a camp with an elevated area, you can always climb the tombstones to reach the boss, or this direct path here by just climbing the wall at the center. You just get behind this tent and start climbing. Did you know you can just climb a mage tower? You have to approach and climb the main gate, jump exactly here on the pillar, and climb the roof. And for the last one we have the Stormveil Gate. In this area you have three options to cross. You can go through the ruins, jump down and use the Spiritspring, or you can jump down to the gate and exit through the door, so you get to the other side like this. Which is also really useful if you are going for knuckle skip, because it gets you there faster. We had a lot for today, and I don't know if I can keep up discovering new skips to show you, but I will try. If you found any of these useful, or you know about more skips I don't know about, just tell me in the comments, I am really interested. I hope you become quicker with this, and I hope to see you deep in the night. King of SA, signing out.